Oh, I'm going to start
Just
filming.
Just look to where I would be.
Think you need to go up a little bit.
No.
I might turn up your backlight a little bit.
Yeah.
I think you actually need to shuffle to that way a little bit. Yeah, keep going. One more. Yeah, and then just like tilt your chair like that a little bit. So you're, no, other way. Other way. Like
Oh, that way.
so you're more open to the camera. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. And just one more shift that way. Yeah. Cool. Because we like open up to the camera, but still point to Chubba. And then.
Life is good.
Jacqueline. What's your that? Oh, how much do you want? Like that. What do you reckon? It's cool? I'll put up maybe like a... like 35. So that's 214's 59. 214... 59. All right. That's live stream.
Watching wedding edits.
Get lost in wedding edits, eh?
Kind of. It does happen.
Oh yeah, man. All right. Funky shirt on today. Let's listen to it. Frantically turning the pages. All right, jumping in, guys. We're just about to go live in a second. Photo and video podcast with James DeStefano. Just tune in for a second and we will be just up and running. Say hi if you have jumped in. Would love to hear from you guys and know where you're from. What's up, Wayne? What's up, guys? Jumping in. What's up? Just about to go live. Got a really exciting podcast today talking about Vogue, so hang in there. We're just about to run the intro and go for it. All right, guys. So welcome back to the bit of a fail. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the James DeStefano Photography Podcast. So today I'm with Michael Scrow again, my good friend, videographer, cinematographer. We're just about to dive into the topic of people want Vogue. What is Vogue? Who wants it? And why do people want it? We're going to have a bit of a conversation around all of these different points around kind of what's led to this change and the evolving styles that are existing at the moment. I do apologize. That was just give me a wave if that happens. And yeah, what's kind of going on in the industry and how we can adapt as photographers and videographers to make sure we continue to get work and stay alive, which is super important. So yeah, hang in there, guys. We're just about to go in. So Michael, why do you think people want Vogue? What is Vogue? Maybe we should start by defining what Vogue is. What is Vogue? Yeah, go for it, man. Tell me, what's Vogue?
No, I think we need to turn off the aircon. Sorry.
Is the aircon loud, is it?
Yeah.
Chuck it off, mate, and then we'll start running into it. Just bloody hot in here. What's up, guys? What's up, Andy? Thanks for jumping in. If you have any questions on photography and videography, just let us know. We're going to be diving into it. You know what? Let's do a fresh take because we've just fumbled that introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the James Stefano Photography Podcast. Today we are discussing Vogue. What is Vogue? Who is it? Why do people want it? Why people want Vogue. So we're going to dive into this topic, begin to touch on a few different points and see why this kind of societal trend has happened and why people want that. It's almost like a merge between, kind of like candid and editorial and stylized. It's like the styles are kind of converging and people are trying to make this new space. So we're going to dive into this topic, really explore what Vogue is and how we've kind of got there. So Michael, you want to introduce yourself again, mate? Who you are, and then, yeah, we can dive straight into it, man.
Yeah, for sure. I'm Michael Scrow. I run Soul Films Love.
Soul Films Love?
Yeah.
It's very good, very nice.
Wedding film company based in Australia, but operating worldwide. So yeah, I think the interest in Vogue has, from my perspective anyway, come from this generational change where people want authenticity over presentation.
Just put that mic a little bit closer to you so I get that nice doof, yeah. Yeah, just like that. Get the bass.
Yeah, I think people are really valuing authenticity over presentation.
People absolutely valuing authenticity. Yeah. Well, that's why people like podcasting as well, right?
Sure.
Yeah. A lot of people kind of hang out in here and watch us talk crap and
can't do multiple takes. I think there's this shift away from looking high glam in the sense of like trying to be glam, but being effortlessly glam. If that makes sense. And I think this this mix between candid. I mean, it still is presentational. It's still really presentational.
It is. I think like what the younger generation have done and got really bloody good at is always acting like the camera's around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, knowing the cameras.
Knowing the cameras.
I mean,
on.
surely
like,
you did that when you like went into
but
supermarket.
People are good at it now.
Like
you know.
That.
I'm a little bit into fighting, yeah. So I watch a bit of UFC and MMA, and I was around in the Conor McGregor days, and all the fighters used to obviously talk about him, given he's a celebrity. And one thing they always used to talk about was how his presentation would change as soon as the camera's on him. It's like he changed into a different person. You know, he had a persona.
That's Gordon Ramsay as well.
Gordon Ramsay's the same, man.
Really lovely, sweet dude until the cameras are on. He's like, all right, let's stir the pot.
I love Ramsay, man. A lot of people like that. We were talking about the dude the other day who runs that financial order show, you know? And same thing. It's like it's like an alternative personality.
Yeah.
Young people are good at that, man.
It is.
What's that generation called? Gen I, internet. They're the robots, mate.
Gen Alpha?
I don't know, man. But whatever they're going to be, I think they're going to come into it. And look, they want that stylistic stuff because life is a bit stylized with AI, but at the same time, it's organic and authentic that people seek. It's like a weird merging of the two.
It's this weird thing where they're trying to keep up with everyone else and look equally presentable, but just candidly captured and just they happen to be looking phenomenal.
Yeah,
at
in the
time
moment
when they gave their partner a little loving glance or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's weird.
It is a little
really
weird.
Strange.
It's a bit of a performative act, isn't it? But I think that's where the world's going. And I think it's been happening for ages, to be honest. Like, you know, we're all kind of performing in a certain way, right?
I think social media allows us to be performative, not to.
It encourages it, definitely.
But, you know, it gives everyone a platform to be a star. You know,
it gives everyone a platform to be a star.
And I guess maybe everyone's craving some validation. I mean, we could blame it on beauty standards as well, you know. There's definitely a role to be played in there that a woman needs to look glamorous. Whether the man wants to or not is completely up to him, but probably usually gets dragged into it. Like, I'd be intrigued to see with these like Vogue shoots whether the guys actually really care at all, or if it's just like
it's half and half, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, I personally think Vogue's like come about, and people want it because yeah, definitely social media's had a large influence on it.
Mm.
But it's like that celebrity kind of world that's emerged. There's that, all those photo shoots coming out where they use flash, because I guess flash is generally perceived as a pretty difficult technique to do. So like, I guess higher end photographers generally do it, and it exists in the celebrity world, and they push it out, and
maybe reality TV has pushed it as well.
and fashion,
like
reality TV,
and TikTok, where you can be
TikTok,
elevated quite quickly above what you are, but really you're the same person. You're just putting.
What is Vogue? What is a Vogue look? Because we've said it a lot of times, but I don't know if people actually know what it is. Like, what is it? Resting bitch face.
The
essentially.
Balenciaga look.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that captures it entirely.
No.
I think it is this orchestrated fashion style shoot.
Mm.
I mean, we're talking specifically weddings here. It's this orchestrated fashion style shoot where everyone looks effortlessly beautiful and candidly captured in the moment.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not candid. Well, it is candid, but it's not. But it's just how people act nowadays. Like when you go out walking in the streets, like you look at like the younger generation, they're all on their phones, man, mimicking, what they think they should be looking like online in the present. And yeah, so it's changing. I think it's just the direction society's going in is that everyone's so fake all the time. We're kind of trying to grasp at these mimicking fleeting moments of authenticity, organicness, and people want that, and people want to feel connected at the same time, and yeah, so it's a bit of a move. We'll see where it ends up. It might reverse, a lot of things do reverse over time, they go too far and then they get pulled back, and yeah, nothing ever moves up forever.
I think part of it to me comes back to why are you getting married? What's the purpose?
Why are you getting married? How does like a stylized aesthetic and a stylized look and a Vogue editorial look tie into wedding? Because for a second, let's just like stuff the photographers and videographers, because we know like that. I think everyone knows what people want, but it's like why do our couples actually want that? Why do our couples want us to come into a wedding day and give them direction, give them posing guides, and actually like help them kind of look good in the moment? Why isn't it just a coming in and fly on the wall documentary? Or is it both? Do both exist? Yeah,
I think it starts with the photo on the wall.
I think
why people would put a photo on the wall, what they want to feel when they see that. Like for you, what would you're getting married in a while, which photos would you put on the wall?
Yeah.
What do you want to feel when you see those photos?
Yeah, photography is hard because if you start from that point of it's going to end up on the wall, it changes the way you shoot. And it would for film as well. Like, if I say to you, we're going to put a film onto a, giant movie screen or phone, you shoot it differently, So it's like, how are you starting? And I think that like determines your branding a lot as well, right?
Definitely. I mean, my style through Soul Films is documentary. It's raw. It's authentic. It's not... it's one of the reasons I don't really use gimbals that much. Because I want it to feel.
But that's huge, and that I
relaxed.
think people are catching on to that now. Have you noticed that as well? Like the gimbals are going out of trend now, and everyone's coming back to the handout and trying to pursue this like fashiony, edgy kind of in the moment feeling. It's almost like you remember those movies. They used to come out about that. Do you remember that big party one? Came up. We would have been like in high school. What was that party? They all take ecstasy and get messed up, and there's that freaking little dome thing. You know the one. No. You must know the one. Party something.
I can't recall, but moving on.
That was when the FPS found footage started to come really big. They did like a lot of alien movies on it. Cloverfield did it as well. That was coming in, like all that handheld footage that really kicked it off, and changed this.
Shaky cam.
Shaky cam. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is one of the tools that I think separates the kind of film that you're trying to create. If I went and used gimbals and stuff like that, it would change the feeling of the film.
Feeling of the film.
Right, and sure, the style...
We need to put this on.
Okay. Are you actually cooking?
Yeah. I'll just turn it this way.
Yeah, maybe you can just keep it quiet. Does it have a quiet mode?
Should do.
Talk about candid and authentic. This is happening in the moment, folks.
It's a podcast.
Let us know if it's too loud.
Nah, stuff it. Let's keep running.
We'll do it live. Yeah. You know, I was looking at literally just before we kicked off, Oris Films, who works with Stephanie Boomer. He's a videographer. Fantastic work. Everything is gimbal.
Yeah.
Like every single shot is gimbal. There's imperfections in his focus and stuff like that, but I feel that's
intentional, eh?
almost intentional, or at least he's using it as an intentional technique, whether it was on the day or not. Lots of rolls, lots of like orbity shots, and like, you know, using a few axes of movement at the same time, which is really, really interesting and engaging to watch. And I think he does a really good job of capturing the right candid moments in his style.
Yeah.
So he creates this fantastic hybrid between this very polished, smooth motion look.
Is that what Vogue is, you think? Is that in between zone?
Yeah, I think the style and the capture style. I'm gonna say that again, so it's more specific. I think the Vogue editorial look is this exceptionally polished capture style where the actual photography and technical skills are all really, really dialed in, but the actual action is more candid.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I tried to build my style on 3 years ago, and everyone else is kind of like running the bandwagon. And was like, we love this look.
Well, I feel you kind of move between two. You have this kind of heightened surrealist.
Yeah, I think that's the difference, though, and I think that's if I'm gonna say like it's like. If I was to look at like the exceptional photographers, it's usually because there's like a little something extra that they do. So that's what I'm trying to do, you know. It's all right, we might be Vogue, we might be candid editorial, but what's the little extra thing you do that no one else does? And I think you always need to have that in your work, otherwise you'll just chase trends and end up nowhere, you know.
I think the editing also makes a really
huge difference, man.
Like, people
don't put enough time into like how an image looks through the color of it. Like that ties into what makes an image like Vogue. Obviously, you know, there's the candidness to it, there's the pristine settings, but there's also like that aesthetic. And I think like Vogue's usually like it's quite punchy, quite edgy, but it also has like the blacks aren't crushed ever. You know, it's like it exists within like a mid-range.
There's this crispness to it though.
Yeah.
And I think that usually comes from flash.
It's like soft. I mean, it's like harshness mixed with softness. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like stacking contrast.
That helps. It's created through this really curated fashion where the actual clothing is curated. The whole the venue is nice, the location's lovely, and it's styled and dressed really well. So you're matching hard lighting and quite, you know, usually quite clinical lenses. It's usually really sharp lenses.
Well, that's why we got the glimmer glass on everything now.
Sure.
Yeah.
But matching this, softness of the aesthetic of the actual tangible stuff, the dress, the woman, the hair, the whatever, styling with hard light clinical lens, really dialed in settings, like really exceptional photography, balancing with the soft, balancing with the candid moments.
I think a lot of people are like, if we're just divert from Vogue, like I think people are getting really interested, and I'm saying it's like a gaming term, it's like just layering contrast on top of each other, you know, making the contrast like, so like when I say contrast, like contrast isn't just like highlights and shadows. Like contrast can be soft and sharp. You know, that's like two opposing elements, and it's like having those oppositions. You know, like let's say deep shadows and bright highlights mixed in with a soft lens, so they bloom a little bit. That adds like a certain like type of contrast. You know, and I think people are like, you know, like candid editorial, two contrasting things. You combine it and make something like really interesting. Yeah, and I think that's like kind of what's happening in the world. It's like there's all these like really opposing like things, and people are like merging them together and like finding shit that exists in the middle.
So now let's flip it. So if
I don't have any viewers in here. Where you guys at? Jump in. Look, we do. Oops, sorry guys. We haven't been interacting with you. It wasn't scrolling.
Hello, friends.
My bad. What's up, audience? We are looking in here. Is that Iman? What's up? Thanks for jumping in. Let us know if you have any questions. We're talking about Vogue at the moment. Why people want Vogue? What the hell is Vogue? And what is it? From wedding photography and videography. Let's keep going on.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've defined that this Vogue editorial is
bloody Vogue. It's a mix. Everyone's merging things together. Everyone's like, let's make a little stew.
So what if we flip it?
Chuck it all in and see what comes out.
The Vogue editorial candid thing, so that the camera is less perfect, but the posing is more perfect. How would that feel?
That's fucking cool.
I don't know.
But the people are doing that with the slow shutter drag and stuff, you know? Yeah, that's a big one.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like
shooting with like disposable cameras and that sort of thing, the display lenses, vintage lenses, getting that imperfection in there.
I'm a bit not gonna go down there myself because the way I shoot generally is very fluid. Like even though I am posing, but I feel like with my added layer of flash, like I'm using off-camera flash, and then I'm also using like really candid moving poses as well. So to get the focus at 1.2 and create that like magical look with the flash, and you know, like have thought about it, but I'm like, I just don't think I can because I'm already using way too much gear. And I think you're always going to have your professional DSLRs on a wedding day if you are going to shoot with like film lenses or something. It's just like an added thing, right? And I'm like, do I really want to bring a whole extra kit?
Yeah, I mean, there are some people that are out there shooting with vintage film cameras.
It's a different, but there's so many different markets you can go down, you know? It's like, what are you going to pursue? But yeah, I think definitely at the moment people are trending Vogue, and I personally think it's because Vogue is that kind of thing that's like it does just exist in between. It's like some artistic crap, you know.
It's romanticized. Hey?
Romanticized.
It's like Paris. You go there and it's dirty and there's people selling you shit on every corner, and you're like, I don't want to get stabbed.
Take my bracelet.
You know, I mean, I love Paris. I do really love Paris, but
I've been there 3 times.
It's not Ratatouille, right? Like, Mademoiselle.
It's not, mate. Morgan and I were severely shocked. Morgan, well, I wasn't because I've been there and seen this unfold over 10 years. But Morgan went for the first time 3 years ago and was like, what is this? I was like, yeah, definitely not.
Going to cut now. I've done a costume change.
Hey, the guns are coming out. Are we on auto switch right now?
Bro, you tell me.
I hope we are,
it's
mate.
It's moving between.
Yeah, good. All right, who's in here? We have Min. Thanks for jumping in, mate. Yeah. Let us know if you have any questions, mate. So, all right, so we're going for 29 minutes. Let's pull it back to what do you reckon? Because we're starting to go down to this political rabbit hole, and I don't want to dive down to no political rabbit hole right now because it's my bloody YouTube feed. I want to get away from that. But without getting too political, what do you reckon's caused this societal influence for people to want Vogue stuff?
Influencers, I say social media. I think
definitely
literal influencers on social media.
Definitely literal influencers
to become exceptionally popular through doing very little. I think the authenticity thing still comes through. Like, you look at people. I mean, I shouldn't be the one to name them, but you know, like Charli D'Amelio and all these kind of TikTok stars from
I don't know any TikTok stars.
Yeah. They were all kids at the time, but they were just doing dances and making videos with their friends and that sort of thing, and they ended up blowing up. And made TikTok houses and all this kind of stuff. I mean, that world is fortunately quite dead now, from what I understand. But these kids have gone to become adults who are super famous now, and you know, sponsored by brands and all this kind of stuff. And I think there is an allure to that I could be noticed, validated, recognized.
Is it all just about money then? Is Vogue just a big marketing middleman?
I don't think it's financial, to be perfectly honest. I think it's recognition. I think people want to be seen, to be perfectly honest, and appreciated. You know, I think the person who wants the Vogue shoot, they want to see the photo and think, wow, we look really cool. Like I am that cool person.
Does the logo over the top make it cool? Is that what makes it cool?
So much. I think we should do that. I think we should put some photos on our Instagram.
We're sponsored by Vogue.
See what happens. I think it does elevate.
Sup, Carly Photography. Sup, guys, jumping in. Thanks for joining in. Sorry we haven't been interacting with you guys a lot. We are going to do some questions in a second. Look, I think it is. Like, look, for those of you who don't know as well, like Michael didn't know coming in, but Vogue, a lot of those Vogue magazines, they're paid adverts, right? They're not actually real photographers winning competitions from Vogue and getting their work featured. That's why you're probably looking at them going, this isn't that great often, because it's people advertising their work. It's an advertising platform.
So surely they still have to select it.
Yeah, but how good do you have to be when you're paying $2,000, $4,000 to end up on a cover?
Is that what it actually is?
Yeah, that's what's going on, man.
I mean, it's just advertising then.
Well, it is, and that's what I'm going to start really preaching once the team gets back in order. Is like we need to get rid of these bloody middlemen, man, because they're making us have to charge a fortune. Because if I need to, let's say you need to spend $4,000 to go to an expo, $4,000 to get in Vogue, $3,000 a week on ads and marketing. Like, how the F are you going to run a business? You know, it's like $10,000, $20,000 a year just on marketing. No. But it's because of the middlemen, because everyone needs it, and then they exist, and you need them to get work. But then it creates agencies, because you need to have a team to market, and it just makes this freaking mess of a situation, right? Where everyone's just paying for Vogue sponsorships. Don't pay for Vogue sponsorships. Boycott them. Photographers rise up.
Bro, I might do it. You know?
We've got one.
Get a spot in Vogue. Land some weddings.
End up in Europe. What's up, guys? Jumping in. Has anyone paid? The 3 viewers we got in here at the moment. Has anyone paid for Vogue? Or has anyone heard of another photographer paying to end up in Vogue? I would love to know if any of you people, lovely people in the chat, have ever paid for Vogue.
Dude, I am overexposed. Wow. I am bright.
Why are you so bright? It's because the jacket came off. Reflecting. Talk.
What's up, bro?
Switch to you. It's all good. Yeah. It's we need to get the gun shown. We need the contrast looking good. I think that'll be good. Yeah. So, look, I'm not sure if all of them are paid, but I know a large majority are paid. Yeah. And it definitely exists. And yeah, I would really love to know if anyone has paid for Vogue sponsorships and stuff, because it would be.
I feel that does things like that will motivate trends moving forward.
100% motivate trends.
It's interesting to be at the cultural center of, something societal like a wedding.
Yeah.
And to be able to influence the direction that it goes in the future.
I think we need to start speaking out against it, because otherwise we're going to get eaten by organizations and agencies. I don't want that. I want freelancers to come back, because it's better, like, why should you get employed through a company that's doing a worse job than you would, or because they have a marketing budget? Isn't that a bit messed up?
Capitalism, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's capitalism taken over an industry that never got taught how to market, because we went to we never got taught how to market. Pull that closer. But that's the problem, is like I put a lot of time into learning to market, and it worked out good, but the universities aren't teaching it, man, and the tapes aren't teaching it. And
well, I think they are, but it's more that the people who go and become wedding photographers and videographers don't tend to go down those routes.
Yeah, they don't want to.
No, because they don't want to spend 20 or 30 grand to go. So
how do you? Yeah, the industry is in a bit of a grey zone at the moment, like Vogue, like everything. So it's auto switching where people don't there's no like guaranteed career work, but you have to have a business.
Totally. Yeah.
But then the agencies that are existing are cheap and cheerful, and they take advantage of their shooters. So it's like there's no good opportunities really existing, is there?
So what do you think is the antithesis to Vogue then?
The antithesis, so like the opposing, opposing.
Because obviously, not everyone wants Vogue.
Existing. No. Yeah, I think there's definitely a huge, like, I think Vogue's a trend at the moment. So I think it looks like everyone wants it, but it's just because it's a trend. Not everyone wants it. Maybe like 30-40% of people want it, let's say. The rest want other stuff.
I guess it's the loudest people want it.
The loudest people want it, yeah. Yeah, but but 2 years ago it was content creation. 3 years ago it was content creation. Everyone wanted content creation. And now it's Vogue. And in 3 years it will be gimbal video. I don't know. Something else.
I don't know.
What do you guys reckon the trend's going to be in the next year?
I think there is a world of observational documentary, which is kind of what I'm working in. I'm still trying to figure out who that customer is, but I think there's a lot. They value presence over performance, over presentation.
there's a lot of people who do that and who want that. I guess the question is, how do you deliver a product like that? Because if Vogue is stylized, editorial, candid, mixed, what's your product? Are you the complete opposite? Are you some things of that? What are you going to take? Because I think where photographers are going wrong is, how does your product exist within a broader range of services? So are you going to bring people in for kind of what you were talking about with getting with engagement ring shops? Let's say it's we won't really talk about what we're saying, but that's look at ways you can kind of create a system, and that's pretty interesting thinking as well. Yeah,
it is. It's funny because it seems like we're in a world now that being the loudest is prioritized.
And you have to be loud.
You have a better chance of success if you're loud in today's world.
You got to show up.
You got to put out.
Yeah, you literally got to.
It's.
Yeah, you got to.
It's interesting, and when I'm trying to sell a service which isn't loud, it's not in your face, it's something that's probably not really designed to be shared. It's for you. How do you advertise that without being contradictory to the values that you're?
But I think you can. I think you can present anything online, right? Yeah, you can present it in a calm and collected way. Just instead of, it's depending on how you have your ads run, right? So if you have really high energy ads like I do, where I'm getting ready and stuff, and I'm if you're getting married right now, get us.
I'm Red Bull before that.
I'm not that energetic actually, but I'm a bit more high energy. But there's people who do ads who are more sit down, just speak to the camera, because an ad's just a way to connect with someone. Who you're going to connect with. Yeah. So I don't know. But to bring it back to that style, I think what's your opposite? I don't know. It's a hard one, man. I guess there's a lot that exists, candid, documentary, then the in-betweens of those. I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas on style? Who's in here at the moment? Can we get a few thumbs up if anyone is actually watching? I would love to hear if you guys are watching, actually getting any value from this conversation. It's great to bring the audience interaction in. We might start bringing some questions in as well if people have any questions and any ideas on what the hell do we do with style and what do we do with trends. Do you guys personally follow trends? I certainly try not to.
I have to say I am loving this hard frontal flash.
I do like the hard frontal flash. I quite like it.
Whether it's a trend or not, part of me doesn't care because I just like the look of it.
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't work in every situation, but I know even my face looks better with frontal flash.
Yeah, I think it looks good for certain types of photos. I also like putting it off a little bit and just using bare bulb. I think people are really scared of harsh lighting. So the cameras nowadays are good enough to capture your highest high details. That's why flash photography, direct flash come back. For those of you who didn't know, the dynamic range is now large enough that we can blast you with a flash and pull back the details. We couldn't do that 3 years ago. That's why it's come back. Yeah,
I think it is cool when you can really lose the background in darkness but not in depth. It's nice when you have a deep depth of field with flash photography. Yeah, it kind of harks to digital to disposable photography in my eyes. It does, yeah. Because that was very haphazard, shitty quality plastic lens. It's a lot of fun to do. My friend Bailey and I, we tried to make, we did make a disposable lens. It's a little hazy though, which is a bit of a shame. It lacks a little bit of clarity.
That's pretty cool.
It was fun though. Yeah, it creates a very bloomy look. And to me, it's too much.
How many elements do you use?
Just one.
I made a single element lens before as well. I used a telescope piece of glass.
Wow.
Gone to the inside of it.
That looked cool.
I made it to mimic the human eye. So it mimics the human eye's spherical blur around the edges. Pretty cool effect, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's very
it's
cool.
fucking glued together with blue tack.
Wayne's got a little question.
Waynos, how to stop booking agencies? How do you move out of the agency market? That's a great question, mate. You need to market yourself. That's how you do it, I think. put some budget into ads. It's hard to start, but once you start, you're good.
Yeah, I feel your success very much came from
spending money.
Spending money. It was investing in your business, right?
Yeah, living at home, being super fucking frugal.
Yeah, you saved a lot of money and you spent
all
of it on ads.
Yeah.
But you were pumping content. You had Josie working for you, cutting ads all the time.
And now we're rebuilding and putting people back into the role so it works. You know, you need to do it. But yeah, you have to spend money.
Yeah. So you experienced a bit of burnout from that.
I spent a lot of burnout.
That for your team as well?
So not for the team because they only ever did 10, 20, 30 hours max.
You were more like 100.
I was more like 100, yeah. So like when you're establishing a business, you're the one running it, you're the one operating it, you're the one who needs to put everything up, you know, like no one else is going to do it. And it's really hard. It's hard to set up a business unless you get someone to do it for you or someone you get it handed down to you or whatever. Setting it up's really difficult. Just little things you don't realize, like, I don't know, getting your Gmail to work, you know, imagine doing that 10 times a week. Yeah.
Was there a period where you were like, fuck, I'm just wasting all this money?
Yeah.
It's not going to go anywhere.
But I had a family who's done what I've done before, so I've seen it succeed. So I had like a light at the end of the tunnel. But yeah, when you're putting 50K into something and you're like, am I even going to make return after 2 years? A bit fucked.
50K
easily. My expenses 1 year was $100,000. I had to make 100K to make ends meet. So much my overheads were on ads, gear, insurance, staff.
Have you looked at your rate of return?
Yeah,
on that spend?
We're making good profit, but it's a lot of money to get off the ground. You know,
it is. It really is.
Yeah, it took. Well, that was the biggest year of expenses, but it was the biggest year of expansion, and not every year was like that. But the only reason we expanded so much was I could have pocketed that money, but we wouldn't have expanded. So you know. Yeah. What do you want? And, you know, I could be an arsehole and just pocket the money and not pay people, you know, that like do that tactic as well. And, you know, but then you don't keep good staff and, you know, yeah. So, essential. Yeah, which is essential. And I think that's where a lot of business is going wrong. Trading AI.
And you've recently instituted weekends, which is
institutes cool. 2 days a week. So that was a big one. I think, but, you know, because I was working, but, you know, things were hard when I was, you know, and the rent was going, things were just expensive. And, you know, when you're living in an expensive economy, that previous generations have no idea how difficult it is. Like they have no idea. They're starting to grasp it now, but they have no idea because it's crazy. Like I'm an economicist at heart. You know, like my bookshelf. I'll show you that. Like I've freaking all economic books, and like this has never happened before. You know, like this is crazy numbers, and it's a hard time to live. And when you're living in a hard time already, and you need to try and build a stable career as well as build a risky business, which is what I did, you're going to experience burnout, you know. But then I went on a holiday, you know, I did Europe for 3 months and let it all out of the system. So it was a strategic thing. But yeah, it was like, how are we going to kill ourselves for the next 3 years and do it? And the answer was, yeah, we are. We did it.
You did it.
Yeah. So, was it worth it? I don't know. It must be 5 years.
I guess maybe, what's Wayne got there?
Yeah, so thanks for joining in, Wayne. Also, how to stop a booking agency? Not so much me. How do we close them down? Whoa, big outlay. Respect. How do we close down agencies? We need to collectively do content that speaks out against what's going on, that's organic and authentic, and actually gets to the problem and calls it out.
I would argue that we don't need to fight them at all. I think we need to make content that is so much better than what they can do.
Yeah, it's a good point.
And yeah, I think the business always starts with offering massive value to your customer. It's like, what are your needs? How can I over-deliver, you know, without killing myself?
Yeah.
You know, give you lots and lots of value. I'm doing a lot of research into content creators at the moment, and I want to shout out Imogen from PG. She's an incredible friend of mine. And looking on her website today, all I could think actually it was yesterday, all I could think was, holy crap, these couples are getting massive value. It's like,
what does she include?
so she's got a full ceremony video, uncut from a single angle.
Yep.
She also has a full live stream of the ceremony. So the way she does it is 2 phones on the same tripod, which is, it's kind of clever. Like, it works. Because you can't record locally while you're live streaming on the iPhone. I've been looking at that as well. She has a full uncut reception. So I imagine they cut around the speeches, like when the next one starts, they'll roll again. Hundreds of raw clips. I'm sure they've topped and tailed them and taken out the shaky, shitty bits and just uploaded all the individual clips. But that doesn't take too long to do. That's, you could have you listen to Spotify while you're doing that. That's not too hard. But it's massive value for the customer, right? Like, I don't think the couple, they're never going to cut those videos together themselves, but maybe they'll put 10 of them in a carousel on Instagram, or maybe they'll be like, oh, I wonder if there's any clips of, my uncle from the day. Like, he's such a character. I wonder what, I think that stuff would probably happen. It's probably not a sit down and watch every one of 200 videos in one go.
We should do a whole episode on content creation.
I think so.
Let's do it next week.
So interesting. Yeah.
Or the week after. I think we're at the 48 minutes. So let's wrap it up. Because that was a good episode. Guys, thanks for hanging in there. I know that we didn't have a lot of viewers in today, but we talked through a few points on a lot of different and beautiful. Great. I am fumbling today. I can understand why you guys haven't been in here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the James Stefanou Photography Podcast. We're going to wrap it up now. I'll shoot off and let Michael get on with the day. Do you have any last remarks, man? Keep creating. Let's wrap it up, guys. We're going to talk about content creation next week. We're going to set a date now. Than's you all for being in here. Stuff's just a bit crazy, so we're going to shoot off. Thank you so much, guys. Peace out.